High achiever, there's always a fastest way to do things, or there's always a more effective way to do things. In this video, I want to share with you online business tools for you, coach in the making. Hi, I'm Fabienne Raphaël, and I'm a business coach for high achievers, and I help you monetize your knowledge so you can fire your boss. And why do I want to share tools with you? Well, the thing is, as an online business coach, well, you might want to work from many places, right? Not necessarily from home. You could go to a coffee shop, or you could be actually in a park and working. And what's very convenient is to have all your stuff somewhere online, so you don't have to grab your very big notepad or books or whatsoever. Like, everything is online. And I know that it might be hard to find the right resources for you because there are plenty of softwares out there, and I felt like sharing with you what softwares I'm using as an online business coach, and that could actually guide you into building your stuff to work with your clients and be fully ready when this first, second, third, fourth, whatsoever client comes to your business. I don't want you to get lost into post-its, too many post-its, or at a certain point, I remember that I was writing a ton of things on papers, and then I would lose the papers and don't know where they were and whatsoever. So what's important is that you have that place, you know where it is, and whenever you have to go back for your client's notes or for any other thing in your business that I will share with you during this video, then you know where to go, and it's very convenient and easy and quick to go find it. So let's say you are having a coaching call, right? And you want to take notes about your coaching clients. Well, on my end, what I do is actually I do that in my journal. I have a special journal just for these notes. And so the next time that I meet with my client, I just go back on these notes and I know where we are and where to take them from, right? If my client asks for it, because a lot of times, because I work with high achievers, well, they are taking a lot of notes while we are having the sessions. So they don't necessarily need something else. But if they do, what I love to do is actually send them a shared Google Doc. And that's very easy to do, right? So you just write the main things that you discussed and what you want them to work on and what you want them to remember until the next session that you see them, and you share that document with them. So basically you just have that one page that you can add the information week after week, and then you both could edit it or add comments and stuff like that. It's a very great way for you to stay connected with your clients, and wherever you're going, you have access to your Google Drive everywhere, okay? I know that some people use also Evernote, but to me, Google Drive is so easy that this is what I use mostly, okay? For your content creation. So if you want to write your content and you want to have them all at the same place, again, same thing, Google Drive, but I also use Asana. So I use Asana for creating the content of my YouTube channel, because what I love about Asana is that you could create columns. Each of my playlists are one column, so I could add my videos and my ideas. When I do my brainstorming about the ideas I want to have for my videos, it's easy to put them on Asana. And Asana, Google, it's all free. Okay, so it's not asking you to put any type of money in necessarily. You could definitely do a ton with the free versions. For Google, if you start paying, it's because you have too many files on your account, and or if you don't want to create a second account and keep the same account. And then Asana, they also have paid features if it becomes like more complex, or you have many team members and you want to communicate with the team members in there. But for my content creation, I usually use Google Docs, so on my Google Drive, and Asana. For booking my appointments for my clients. So instead of going back and forth, can you do this day at this time, or can you do that day at this time? Well, you just send them a link to your calendar. And me, I use Acuity scheduling. So when they go to that specific link that has your name, that leads them to your platform, you can set your availabilities as a coach for several types of appointments. And then people go there, they choose the date and time that fits their schedule, and then they enter their information, and then it's confirmed automatically. So if you want to go to the paid version of Acuity, well, you have more options, especially if you want to send them like more reminders for their appointments and other options that you have with the paid features. But you could definitely start for free. And what I love about it too is that you could add a form before confirming their appointment. You can ask a few questions. So let's say for your sales calls, for example, it's extremely useful because you can ask a few questions to your potential client and then know more about them prior to you going on the call with them. Okay. Also, as an online business coach, I do all my calls virtually. So depending on how my client loves them, we either talk on the phone, talk on Skype, or talk on Zoom. I've used 3 methods, and it also, for me, it depends how the client feels more comfortable. Okay. So mainly I use Zoom because it's convenient, because recording from Zoom is also easy and all that stuff. And I can provide the recording from my session to the client, and they actually really enjoy to be able to re-listen to what happened. And what's cool about Zoom too is that you have the video recording, but you also have the audio recording. And if you've been chatting in the chat box, whatever, while you were having that conversation, it's also downloaded, so you could also provide that to your client. Okay. And Skype also, with eCam recorder, you can record the call on Skype and have that file for your client if you need to send it to them afterwards. But lately I'm using Zoom and I quite enjoy it. If you want to have quick communication with your client, well, you could either use Voxer or WhatsApp or a Marco Polo. So the difference between the 3 is that Voxer is like a walkie-talkie. So you press the button, you speak, and then you can communicate directly with your client and they receive it quite instantly. WhatsApp, you know WhatsApp. The thing between Voxer and WhatsApp, it just depends on what platform you prefer, what software application you prefer to use the most. And Marco Polo is close to Voxer, but it's video. It's more dynamic, especially if you're comfortable like being seen on camera in whatsoever situation at home. And it just has a more, relationship type of bonding feel to use Marco Polo also. For your emails, let's say you have communications that you want to send in bulk with many people. For your email, on my end, I use ActiveCampaign, and I love it because when I'm doing special promotions or launches, well, there are many things I can automate in ActiveCampaign. So tagging people about like their specific actions towards a specific type of email and whatsoever. So I don't want to overwhelm you with too much technical stuff, but let's say that I use ActiveCampaign. It's not extremely expensive to spend. Actually, it's a great investment to do in your business because email marketing is also something that you will get a return on investment on. And then finally, for the payment gateway, the easiest to start with is literally PayPal, because you create a button out of, a few minutes, if you will, and then the person just clicks on the link and pays you, and then you receive it through your account. There are fees when you are doing transactions with your clients. So eventually you might want to transfer either to ThriveCard, and ThriveCard integrates with Stripe and PayPal. So you will see what's the best solution to you. But to get started, it's very recommended to start with PayPal because it's very user-friendly. It's not hard to understand. And especially if you feel that you don't know a lot about tech for now, then all these applications and these softwares that I gave you are really easy to understand and to use, okay? So let me know in the comments below which softwares or applications that you are using or that you've heard of. And when other people will check the comments there, they might have other ideas of what to add into their business to function more effectively and to save time, because we always want to be more productive, okay? So I'll see you in the next video.